and I'm a tutor on Cambly. I've been tutoring for about 8 months, which is a total of 1,150 chats. Today, I would like to give you 3 tips on how to break the ice with new students. The first tip I'm going to give you applies to a pre-booked session. Once the student has booked a session with you, you're able to send them a message and say thank you for choosing a lesson with you. You can maybe talk a little bit what to expect in class, and you can ask them what would they like to focus on in the session. This opens up dialogue. They should message you back. Then you've had a conversation outside of the classroom. You get an idea what to talk about in the session. And this is a really good way of breaking the ice just before the class. The second tip I would like to give you applies again to a pre-booked session. Once the student has booked a session with you, go and check out the student's profile. Not all students complete a profile, but if they have one, try and find out what their interests are, maybe where they live, is it an interesting place, or what kind of job that they do. Find something that you can extend on, and in the session you just want to say something like, oh, I checked out your profile. I see you like reading. What kind of books do you like to read? Adjust the question to the student's level, but this should really make the student feel comfortable because they're talking about something they're already interested in. So this is the second tip for breaking the ice with new students. The third tip I'm going to give you applies to priority hour and going visible. You're going to have to be Sherlock Holmes because you're going to have to be observant. While you're introducing yourself to the student, you want to check the background, foreground, maybe something written on their t-shirt. An example of this is, say you see a painting and you actually like it. You'll say, I really like that painting. Did you paint it? I've tried this myself. It's worked. I found out that maybe it was a parent that painted it, or it's an heirloom. Another example of this is if you see lots of books behind them, you can say, oh, I see that you have a lot of books. Do you like to read? What kind of books do you like to read? This is a really good way of breaking the ice with the student because it shows that you have an interest and you've observed something about them, but they should be able to talk about it. It means you don't have that awkward silence in the beginning. So those are 3 tips that help you break the ice with new students. And I also want to encourage you that when you first start, it's kind of daunting to take your first call. But the more calls you take, the more confident you will be. And just remember, if you manage to help a student with one grammar rule, give them one new word or idiom or phrase, you've really helped that student progress in their English language learning. So I hope all the tips were helpful to you. Thank you for listening.